come to San Francisco, Palo Alto for 1 week to see the amazing companies that we've met and a whole host of angels and venture capitalists. That's just not an opportunity that is open to you anywhere else.
Digital transformation is a technology-driven transformation which will bring the business context and the wider socio-technical context into a new normal. A new normal in which digital technologies will be enablers of a new way of delivering value and capturing value. The Digital Innovation in Action Elective in San Francisco and Silicon Valley provides students with the perfect platform to experience firsthand the drivers and the output of this transformation.
The choice of the international electives at CAS was amazing. I struggled to decide which one to go for.
Silicon Valley, as we know, is the heart of innovation.
The course has lived up to everything. I mean, it's blown me away. Every single company you see is amazing, and you think, right, we're going to the next one. It's like, well, it can't be as good as the one we've just been to. And again, it just blows you away. These people are, they're so young, they're so inspirational, they've achieved so much.
These are experienced people who are knowledgeable of the situation. What was very fascinating about them was their international perspective, which I think works really well for us in the MBA. When people say, okay, where am I going next? Well, I go to Britain because they speak English. We'll say, right, but have we talked about markets, for example, in Japan? And being more knowledgeable about things like that, I think was very informative for us in the program.
It's important for MBAs to have international electives because you get a more holistic view on how things are being done elsewhere in the world.
The exposure to how culturally different countries are and economies therefore are, I think it enriches the knowledge as an individual that's working within any sector or industry.
The access to money, the access to new ideas, the access to mentors, the access to people basically not just saying, no, that would never work, but just give it a go. And another takeaway, or one of the key takeaway is just this, just give it a go.
Everyone had a slightly different take on how they got to where they are now, and then bringing back this knowledge to the businesses. It doesn't mean you have to do exactly the same that you've learned here, or you need to now scrap your business model and start from scratch. But we're doing lots of tweaks and understanding that there are businesses out there that are probably growing through a different pattern. So interesting stuff that we learn is about spotting these patterns as an MBA or a graduate.
Today we had the CAS MBA group here in Silicon Valley. It was a great session. We talked on venture capital.
Our firm is a venture capital firm that invests in technology or in companies in Silicon Valley and the rest of the United States that want to expand globally. I was really impressed by all that diversity, and I think that as we look to expand technology and venture investing, you have to look to new regions. So being able to get these chats and share some of the knowledge is instrumental.
What inspired me the most was to see a CAS alumni working within a rocket space, a company which is an incubator for startups, to see someone come the long way from London and be in the hub of Silicon Valley, trying to get his startup to be the next unicorn, which is nearing the $1 billion company. That was a pretty good inspiration.
I think for a lot of the students, it's been an amazing opportunity for them to come out and meet some of the technologists that are building the next generation of things out here in Silicon Valley, and meet some of the investors that are funding those ideas and looking at the world in all sorts of unique and crazy and new ways. The networking opportunity is one of the main reasons to be here. The fact that you have access to just, insanely talented people that have been through it before. I think that's the thing that San Francisco provides that you can't get anywhere else in the world. In Silicon Valley, you can get in touch with anybody that you need to get in touch with.
What John Vito gives for this session is exceptional access to leading organizations and lets us get a peek into the practices of the best of best, to showcase to us what he has been teaching us is exactly being practiced in the industry.
Our MBA is not only about theory. We develop and deliver state-of-the-art theory, but then we link immediately to application.
CAS was just head and shoulders above everybody else in terms of the practical application of the theory that you learn in classroom.
One of the great points in that class was that the topics that we would cover right then and there would not be the same topics you would see in 3 to 4 years. So it was not just studying what was relevant, but understanding what's going to happen in the future will change and how to adapt for that change.
Students will therefore be exposed to two leading business ecosystems, the London one, the San Francisco one, and they will be able to make their own connections about how to drive the digital transformation going forward.